we're sitting here in the wind tunnel with Mr. Espen Fadnes. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Espen is a professional wingsuiter. What do you call yourself?
Well, I've always had a hard time defining what I am because I've been doing a huge variety of sports and been a lot into skiing in the previous years and a lot of adventures. So
Adventure.
Maybe adventure is a better word.
I like that one.
I'll go for adventure.
Yeah. And but we heard you represented Norway in the International Wingsuit League Championships.
Mm-hmm.
How'd they go?
I came third, and podium was my big goal, and I'm quite happy about that. But
that's metal, man.
That's metal.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now you moved to Voss. Tell us about it. Why?
Voss is the capital of extreme sport in Norway. Maybe even in Europe and the world. I don't know, but it feels like the right place to live if you want to actually have this as a professional.
And is there any special adventures that you are looking forward to practice on now that you're here in Voss, or?
I want to get back to the Norwegian mountains. It's not one specific adventure, but it's more get up in those mountains, hike every single day, and find that snow, find that air, find those exits. I want to become more Norwegian again.
Pretty cool, pretty cool. But you lived a couple of years or some time in Chamonix.
Yeah.
How was that?
Chamonix is, of course, a dream spot. It's a place where everybody gathers from all over the world to reach those huge mountains. And I love Chamonix. It feels like home. But it doesn't have a drop zone, and it don't have a wind tunnel. And at Voss you have both. And it's like being honest with yourself. I am an air sport person. I can't live that far away from it.
I don't know if it's your last project, but I saw you did a project in Romsdal. Can you tell us about that?
Well, that's almost a little bit like my baby.
That's an adventure for sure.
Yeah, that's an adventure. We have been through a lot of years in base jumping where people have been pushing the limit. And when I say pushing the limit, I'm not mean the technical limit or the limit of how good we are. It's more the risk limit. Getting closer and closer to the ground. And it has killed way too many jumpers. It's way too dangerous. And that project was the first out of hopefully many projects where I want to show together with other jumpers that it's possible to make spectacular and groundbreaking footage and groundbreaking moments for ourselves without jumping that dangerous.
Romsdal Mountain in Norway stretches 1,500 meters vertical above the valley floor. I've jumped this iconic place countless of times, but never in my life had I done a flight like this. Bjørn Magne and me have been training for this day for 2 months. We were touching the boundaries of our air sport capabilities. Now we had the perfect weather. No wind and perfect sun. It was time, and we knew it. When I saw Bjørn Magne flying his canopy towards the exit point, it was like I was already in freefall. All I could think about was to jump off that mountain at the perfect moment. I did not dare to even blink my eyes.
Okay, lycka till! Woo!
Kom in på min högra här. Upp, left. Sonja, håll där. Lite längre fram. Ja, upp. and ducking! Woo! Whoa! Vi flyr! Ja! Jævlig bra!
I had a lump in my throat while giving Björn Magne a hug after landing. It all came together that day, in that moment. It became a sneak peek into all we can achieve in the future if we train harder, focus more, and never stop dreaming.
That's like a very cool project for
Thank
for
you.
your whole sport.
It is.
But you've been doing these extreme sports for a long time, I suppose. Can you tell us about what you started with and how you got into it in the way back in the beginning, and where in Norway you're from?
Yeah, I'm originally from Molde, and on the west coast, and I used to be an alpine racer, and I had this dual childhood where my father was a climber, and when I didn't do alpine racing, I was up in the mountains climbing or doing telemark skiing or alpine skiing from mountains, well, when I moved away from Molde and started studying in the late 90s, early 2000s, I kind of felt this vacuum because I stopped alpine racing and I had to refill this part of my life with something. You know,
You needed adrenaline somehow.
That adrenaline, yeah. And by coincidence, I took a skydiving course. It was not a particularly big dream to go skydiving. It was just like something that looked quite interesting, and a lot of students are doing it. And yeah, it just opened my eyes completely. And for the first time, I did my own independent choice. I wasn't doing anything because of the expectations of parents or people around me. It was just me doing something for fun, and fun is cool.
Fun is the best.
Yeah.
Now you're becoming a trainer here at the wind tunnel.
I hope to. Yeah, I've just finished my course. I'm more to reckon as a new beginner in the tunnel. That's something I started doing last year. I realized I need to be better at like a big variety of disciplines in air sports to be competitive. So yeah, I took the course. It's a smart way of both having the joy of teaching newcomers into the sport and also learn and make money at the same time.
Perfect combination there.
It is.
You broke the code, I'd say. But what can it teach you to fly the wind tunnel for your activities?
Flying your body is the foundation of air sports, and here you can do it hours every day, which means that you can repeat those movements over and over again, and it can become muscle memory. And well, to be in general, no matter what you do in sports, everything comes down to the balance point in your body. You know, how you act with the center of your body. Your arms and legs becomes just you know, a reaction or whatever kind of balance you have in doing something, whether it's skiing, snowboarding, air sports. And by doing wind tunnel, you really get aware of the spinal and the shoulders and the center of the body and how you fly with the center of the body. And that can be transformed into wingsuit flying, all kinds of air sport disciplines. And that feeling has helped me a lot. Like I'm a way better wingsuit pilot because of what I'm doing in this tunnel.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool. So you're now next year you're gonna get even better than third place?
Next year the goal is to win.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Finally, a Norwegian that actually admits that he wants to win. Norwegians are so humble.
Everybody wants to win.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to win. That's everybody that don't say that is just liars. I don't believe it.
Yeah. Okay. You did that project in Romsdalen to show that you can do spectacular stunts without getting that close to the ground, and maybe it's a safer way of doing stunts. Have you any? Is this like something that you look as your mission now to? Because you're a front figure for a lot of people, probably, you know.
What I want to do.
Do you think about that, or?
Well, yeah, I do think about it. Well, I think about it in the ways that I don't want to be a role model for anyone, motivating them to do jumping that may kill them. I want to be a role model for safer jumping. And the future dream idea I have for the next few years is to do that kind of flying in a wingsuit
All right.
in the mountains. You know, make us go dynamic. Right now we look like lavas. You know, we just fly straight forward, our head facing forward. It may look cool, but it can be so much cooler. We want to become Ferraris, fighter jets in the air. It shouldn't matter if you're upside down on your belly. It shouldn't matter if you're 1 or 10 people together. You should be able to fly together like a total dynamic movement, you know, going down those valleys and just go nuts. And that's next level.
Pretty cool. So you've seen the sport developing, and now you're totally a part of developing it. How does that feel? Is that like you have to be the pioneer all the time?
That's one of the greatest awards of being a base jumper. We do not have the same kind of top level community as you have in many other larger extreme sports. We kind of do this together, and nobody's really showing you the way to move on. You gotta just be creative and think out of the box and go for it. I think 2015 is gonna be the first year of kind of the breakthrough of professionalism and larger events in wingsuit flying. 2014 was probably the last cowboy year of the sport. I think we're going to go live.
Were you one of the cowboys in the beginning?
I've been one of the cowboys from the beginning. Yeah, it's lasted now for 6 years, and I know that some large American TV channels are probably going to go into live shows from the wingsuit competitions, and it's going to change everything. You know, it's all of a sudden it's going to be very big. Which I don't know. Is that good? I think it's good. I'm not sure though. It's we'll see. It's good to be a cowboy as well. And 2015, me and Jokke are going to go big. We have to come up with something, and we got a couple of ideas, and go out there and make people a little baffled.
Very, very cool. Thank you so much, Mr. Espen.
Thank you.
Very nice to meet you. Here at the airport at Voss, people are jumping from the airplanes into skydives all the time, and this is one of the reasons why Voss have become an extreme sport mecca of the universe.
Yeah, and we talked to a lot of athletes, and it also has to do with the people who are drawn to the nature of Voss, but their personalities, their excitement for sports, their enthusiasm, and like making events to encourage extreme sports also makes it one of the most important places for the
One of the things a lot of people have mentioned also is the Extreme Sports Veco, which is one of the biggest extreme sports festivals in the world, and it takes place here, and it have made a lot of people aware of the fantastic nature that is around Voss, which makes it possible to do literally what kind of extreme sports you want.
Yeah, it's been an awesome weekend in Voss. I hope we come back and check out the water sports and the earth sports.
You guys definitely need to come to Voss to check it out, especially if you're interested in extreme sports. See you next time!